Welcome back to Bloodstained Hands. In episode 3 here, we're going to be taking on the next mission here, so just a little bit of a recap what we did last time. We went through the Saley Forest, we hunted down a sergeant of General Gareth's to, I guess, free Emerdala from Gareth's tyranny. As a result, we gained their support, and now we've been sent to Amethyne to clear a mountain pass between Amethyne and the Five Islands region. We are about to scale Mount Fulmen to receive niter powder that we can use to craft explosives to clear the pass. We also got a side mission from the bartender here to clear out a group of bandits in this region. So we're going to be taking on both of those today, and we may carry on and do at least part of the next mission. Probably won't do the whole thing, though, because it is a bit of a longer one. But that is the plan for today. I believe I've fixed my audio settings. First episode was pretty bad. Second episode, I think, was pretty good. So we're going to just carry on with that, with what I've got here. Really hoping that the frame rate holds up. I tried recording this a little bit earlier, and computer almost crashed. It was bad. So we're going to try this again, and hopefully it holds up. So for now, let's head out into the overworld here, and we are going to track down some bandits. Now, the bandits are kind of hidden in these little narrow passes. So normally, there's this direct path leading straight to Mount Fulmen, but there's these little offshoots that we can take instead, where these bandits will be camped out, and we are going to deal with them. We'll come back, turn the mission to the bartender, and then we will carry on with... Ooh, okay, we might be in trouble here. Then we'll carry on with the main story. Uh-oh. Ah, shoot, I was worried about that. Yeah, these guys have an instant kill spell. That's unfortunate. Okay, now XP for Marissa. Well, let's just use our life spell. And now that we have access to the heal spell that we learned from the tome, we can just heal her up. And I didn't mean to use that twice, but that's fine. Gray is going to be a very valuable member of the party now that he's got that heal spell. And here's some bandits. Alright, well, let's just try using velocity right off the bat, deal with one of them. Nice. Let's see if Marissa can use Venom. I'm going to try to use some of the more assassin techniques this time around. We are going to be facing some tougher enemies, so it maybe makes sense. Let's have Sebastian use Detonate on this one back here. Nice, and he's disoriented, so he should, instead of using what skill he had lined up, he should just attack instead. And he may, attack his ally. Missed, but that's fine. And let's see. Yeah, we'll focus on the guy who's not disoriented. That's good, and see if we can finish this guy off. I'm just going to spend a turn to focus and have Marissa, there we go, finish him off. Marissa's level 10, and found the bandit's note. Okay. So yeah, when it comes to the learning that heal spell, that's actually something that I've noticed a lot about these kinds of classic RPGs, is that as soon as you have a character that can heal your allies outside of battle, or if you have a character that can... Here, I'm going to try something here. I'm going to use the Storm ability. It's an overdrive that you get when you use the Lightning Staff, and it should deal a good chunk of damage. Let's see what this does. Nice. Okay, so... Oh, nice. Sebastian blocked one attack there. We're in a little bit of trouble here. If Sebastian takes another hit, he's going to go down. So let's see if we can finish this guy off. No, not quite. But he didn't attack Sebastian, so we should be okay. He's electrocuted. He's got an overdrive ready to go. So let's, deal with him first, then this guy. There, and then Sebastian finish off him, and we're good. Level 11, nice. But yeah, when it comes to these classic RPGs, typically as soon as you get a character that can use a heal spell outside of battle, or a heal spell that can target all allies, or both, I typically find a lot of these kind of classic RPGs tend to get just ridiculously easy. Because all you need to do is just spam that heal spell, and you got nothing to worry about. Like, it's maybe a little bit different if you can't buy MP restoring items, but usually there's other ways of sustaining MP. I think in the first or second Final Fantasy game, there was like a skill that allowed you to drain enemy MP, and there is in this game as well a way to sustain MP without the use of remedies. But what I also noticed is that as soon as you get access to an ability that lets you heal outside of battle, it just gets very, very easy. So in the game that I'm working on right now, Thrall, skills work differently. There's no MP, actually, but every skill has a cooldown. And there is a healing skill, but only one character can learn it, and it can only be used on himself until he gets to about level 20, at which point, if you go down a certain path in his skill tree, he can then use it on a chosen ally. But there are no skills that can heal all allies, and there's no way to spam those abilities. So healing items become much more valuable. But that's also a little bit limited because your inventory is limited. At the start of the game, you can only carry up to 10 items, and they don't stack. So resource management and maintaining, like, finding different ways to keep your allies topped up is really important in Thrall. And there's actually an entire mechanic that allows you to avoid taking damage and regenerate a little bit of health for a few turns, but it's not overpowered. So that it does ramp up the challenge level quite a bit, but if you play it smart, it actually does still work. All right, so let's turn in these bandit notes to the bartender here. No, we don't want anything. You take care of those bandits yet? Yes, I got them all. Where's the proof? I took these notes from each group. Let me see those. Delivered the bandits' notes? No way. Hey, buddy, looks like you missed one. What do you mean? These notes, they're hard to read through the chicken scratch these bandits call writing, but it looks like they had a leader. Really? Does it say where he is? Yeah, looks like the leader was camped at the peak of Mount Fulmen. We can't let him run loose like that. You want me to take care of him too? Well, I did say to deal with all the bandits, right? You ain't got all of them yet. Take care of their leader, then you'll get your reward. Be careful, though. These bandits seem pretty scared of him. He's probably pretty tough. I'll be back once he's dead. Alright, we're gonna go back and rest up again, because I don't really fancy climbing the mountain at night. I would rather do this during the day. But yeah, so when it comes, in the game that I'm working on, Thrall, there isn't really a way to spam healing, but there are other ways of keeping your guys topped up, which I think that alone just makes it so that the game does require a lot more strategy and is quite a bit more challenging, but not overly so. But in Bloodstained Hands, as soon as Gray learns that heal spell, honestly, the game does get pretty easy. It cannot be used on all allies yet, but once it hits level 10 it can, but that usually doesn't happen until the second playthrough, unless you deliberately grind it out. But enough of that, we're going to move on. We're going to climb Mount Fulmen. We are going to get that niter powder to make the explosives, and we're going to deal with the bandit ringleader while we are there. Not sure how long we're going to go today, maybe only an hour, maybe even a little less, we'll see. There's a few good cutscenes coming up, nothing too long. So if we finish this mission fairly quickly, then we may have time to do a little bit more. But I definitely don't want to do both this mission and the next one, not in their entirety, because the next mission is quite long. And there's parts of it that I'd like to maybe save for its own episode. It looks like Gray just learned a spell there too. I think he learned Air 1, which is going to be very handy against these guys here, because air magic is very effective against winged foes, of which there are a lot in the mountains here. Alright, and away we go. Mount Fulmen, here we go. Frame rate's a little bit choppy, but actually not so bad. Nowhere near as bad as it was earlier today. Alright. Let's take on these stone golems. I'm just going to use detonate to take care of this guy in one shot if I can. Perfect. Done. Iron ore, that'll be useful later. Level 11. Alright, we got some chests. Advanced medicine, nice. We cannot mine the stones yet until we get a pickaxe, but that will come soon. Alright, now how are we going to get over there? That's how. Perfect. Iron axe. Okay, that is a good weapon for Sebastian. Now, we did give him this iron sword, which was nice for the time being, but I think we're going to give him the axe instead. It is two-handed, so it's going to remove his shield, so that's going to reduce our defense by a little bit, but 64 is still higher than everybody else's defense, so reducing that to 59 is not a huge deal. 1 less agility, not a big deal, but 20 more attack and double our critical hit chance to 16%. That, I think, is worth it. So, Sebastian's going to use that iron axe, and let's keep going. Oh. Harpies, okay. Yeah, just finish that one off. Alright, let's have Sebastian use Cleave, and Gray, let's test out your new air magic. Fang, finish that guy off with the dagger. Okay, level 1, so still not enough to one-shot these guys, but that is going to be more effective than our other spells. Stone Golem and a Cockatrice, okay. Nice, okay. Beauty, alright. Green herb. Alright, let's check this chest. Oh, nice. Lightning badge, okay, this I think would be a good fit for Sebastian. Yeah, increases agility to 54, defense lowers, but again, 54 defense is still more than everybody else has, and being able to resist lightning magic is going to really help because he does have very low spirit, so he is susceptible to magic damage, and there are some lightning users on these mountains. So yeah, 54 agility, that's going to help him keep up with the others a little bit. Gray's still pretty slow, but that's fine. He's powerful enough to be able to take his time. Let's just deal with this guy. Now we can't get that chest behind that rock there just yet. We're going to need a pickaxe first. Let's see. Finish off the golem. Yeah, don't mess around there. Oh, that was a crit. Okay, he's disoriented, so we're going to leave him for now. Try to finish off this guy. Hopefully he attacks himself. No, he doesn't, but at least he missed. Done. Okay. Iron ore. No, we can't get that chest until we get a pickaxe. Oh, that's life. Heal. There we go. So we will be back for that. Alright, nothing in here. Up to the next section. And we're actually getting through these mountains pretty quick. Oh! Okay, that thing just jumped off a cliff. I did not expect that. I think I'm going to save Fang and Marissa's overdrives, because we are actually already pretty close to the peak of the mountains. And we do have a kind of like a mini-boss coming up. Not anything crazy, but enough to make us want to just save our stuff for him. Nice, no hits. Frame rate's a little bit choppy on this top section of the mountain. Not terrible, but not great either. That's a pretty view. Oh, there's an enemy. Okay. Cleave takes time to charge. Let's see if I can get a crit. Nope, not quite. Worth a try. Let's use air, finish him off. Done. Okay. Well, this is good. We scaled the mountain. We actually haven't taken too much damage. Oh. Close. There it is. Lightning Circlet. That is perfect for Gray. Yeah, 5 more Spirit, a little bit more lightning resistance. Okay, let's head into the cave. And right off the bat, we're faced with some soldiers. So we're going to use a couple of these medicines, just top everybody up a bit, and give Gray a remedy. That should be good. Alright. Well, who do we have here? Thinking alone in the elevator? Soldiers of the Empire, you're trespassing here. We're here on orders from General Gareth. You got a problem with that? By order of King Samson, I cannot allow you to continue. Your presence threatens the people of Amethyne. Ha! You think you can take us? Bring it on. Alright. Gareth Sergeant. We'll use Velocity on 1. Oh, really? Oh, that's disappointing. Okay. I'm going to save Marissa's, and you'll kind of see why in a second here. Okay, yeah, gang up on Sebastian, why don't you? Let's use Detonate on this guy. Nice, okay. I'm going to try to disorient another one with Air Magic. Nice. And now we can just focus this guy. And hopefully the others will attack themselves. There we go. What's this? Samson's men? I'll handle this. So this lieutenant's a little bit tougher than the other guys. Now, okay. That guy on the end there, you can see he's not moving. That's because he's low on health. This is where Aerostorm is really helpful, because it doesn't do much damage, but it's great for finishing off those guys that have like a hair of health left and damaging everybody else. So let's just try that. Nice, and we took out 2 for that. So, okay, let's finish off this guy if we can. Weaken him a bit. And now, Marissa, let's use Imperil. Let's try this again. Leave most enemies with 1% HP. That should work on this lieutenant. Beauty. Okay, that was great damage. So we're gonna heal up Marissa. Sebastian, try to finish off this guy. Nice. And then guaranteed to hit. This guy's done. Perfect. 1500 XP, 180 gold, level 12. Nice. Alright, and Niter powder coats these pillars. Let's collect some powder. Alright. And we found a bronze pickaxe, so now we can go back down and clear out those stones that we can mine. Find that chest that's buried behind one. Found an advanced remedy. But before we do, let's just go back here. Because here's a bandit that we can fight. This is that ringleader guy. You wandered into the wrong cave, boy. Alright, nope, no need to cauterize. Let's try, yeah, he's got a lot of health. Let's try Venom. And Cleave. Nice, poisoned. That'll whittle him down nice and quick. We'll heal Gray. Let's try a Flurry. Awesome, okay. Oof, okay, Sebastian's running low on health here, so we're gonna... Nice, okay, finished him off, that's good. Great, okay. So normally what you can do is, when you're finished this mission, just gonna heal up everybody here, good. You can stand here and activate the elevator, which will take you down to the main floor here, and when you go out, you appear back on the overworld, so it's a shortcut to get back down the mountain. But we are actually going to be coming back to this mountain at some point, and we're going to be going from the bottom back up to the top. That's a ways away, but we're going to keep the elevator at the top, and what we're going to do is we're just going to go down the mountain and mine up these stones and get some of this iron ore, because this will be helpful very soon. We're not going to face too many enemies, like we're not going to seek them out, but we'll face whatever we come across. But we're not going to go out of our way to fight them. Let's use Detonate again. I maybe targeted the wrong one. Yeah, okay, that's not great. Let's just pummel away at this guy. Done. I actually just realized Gray is a little bit low on MP. He should be okay, but I may need to use a remedy here soon. Okay, let's have our physical fighters take out the cockatrice. Good. Sebastian, go ahead and hit that guy. Let's use lightning. Try to do as much damage as we can. There we go. Done. Yellow herb. So yeah, Gray's... Oh. That's not supposed to... Hold on. Oh, I know how to fix this. Just stand at the bottom ladder. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's a rare glitch that happens if you get attacked the second you step off the ladder. You end up kind of locked with a direction fix and a reduced movement speed. Okay, drop down, shove that aside. Alright. Collecting a good bit of iron ore here. Raiju and a harpy. We'll have Fang tech out you. You know what? I'm gonna have Marissa use Venom. Sebastian, try to finish off the harpy with Arrow Storm. Aw, really? Shoot. Okay. Do I want to use Bliss? No. Let's use Air on you. You know what? Fang, heal yourself with Cauterize. Okay, Marissa, finish off that harpy. And now Sebastian. Try this again. Oh! Okay, sweet. That disorientation actually worked. Done. 2 purple herbs, nice. Alright, mine this stone. Iron ore, and what's in here? Oh, come on. There we go. Muscle tonic. So that increases the user's total strength. Who needs that the most? Obviously not Gray, he's not a physical attacker. Sebastian is 182, Fang is 137, Marissa is 139. We're gonna give it to Fang. We'll just use it right now. So he went from 132 after using that to now he's got 147. Wait. Is that right? Is it 15 that he increased that by? Was it 137 or 1 that he was at, or 132? I think it was 137. So he gained 10. All right. Okay. No avoiding that one. I should have used Venom, honestly. That's fine. Yeah, use Air. Let's target these guys for now. Venom. Let's see where that... Okay, didn't poison him, so we'll just have Sebastian finish him. Good. Nice. Alright, mine the stone. Here. Iron ore. Okay. There's another one here. And I think there's one more. So we'll try to... Oh, maybe 2 more. You know... I should honestly leave those guys that have just a hair of health and try to have Sebastian finish them off with Arrow Storm. It would be the more efficient way to go, but that's alright. We're making short work of these guys. Which I'm actually fairly impressed with. We're only level 12. There's another one over here, I think. Yes. Okay. Yeah, we'll just... Yeah. There's no reason to save our overdrives at this point. We might as well just use them up. Aerostorm? Nice. You know what? Speaking of... Bliss. And then at the start of our next encounter, we'll just have Fang use Velocity again. Raise level 13. Mine the stone. Alright. Okay, I think we got all the iron ore on the mountains. We got that muscle tonic. And now we're at the base of the mountain again. So let's head back to town. we'll use the... Oh, what time is it? It is... Yeah, it's afternoon, so the pub should be open. So let's go turn that mission into the bartender first, and then we'll carry on with the rest of the story. Alright, Fang. Mess him up. Nice. We'll save Sebastian's overdrive for the next encounter. We'll probably get at least one more before we get to the city. Maybe? Will we? I kind of want one more. There we go. Because I don't think we're actually going to get to use Sebastian much after this. Let's just throw one last bomb for old time's sake. Or whatever. Because, yeah, I don't think we're actually going to be able to use Sebastian much after this anymore. At least not for quite a while. But we'll see him again. But our time with him has pretty much come to an end now. So let's turn into him. Take care of the leader? Yes, he's dead. Put up a good fight, though. This reward better be worth it. Nicely done, kid. I'm impressed. You've earned your reward, that's for sure. Now, I don't mean to brag or nothing, but I'm one of the best bartenders in the Amethyne Empire. The drinks I mix can pack a punch, but few people can afford my finer reserves. Just for you, I'm gonna make you whatever you drink you want on the house. A drink? That's my reward? Hey, don't knock until you try it, eh, bud? I think you'll like this. Alright, and we basically get to pick a stat boosting item. I'm gonna go with the Mind Tonic. That increases your total max MP, which I think is gonna be especially useful for our spell slingers. And Gray's got a fair bit of MP, but you know what? He could always use a little more, so we're gonna give that to him, and he goes from 284 to 334, an extra 50. That's like 5 spells. That's pretty useful. That's pretty good. The assassins could probably make better use of it. Their spells cost less, so it's more efficient for them, but they don't use spells as frequently, so. Alright, now the engineer is right here, and this is the guy. You! I remember you. You saved me from the prison in Siena. Right, you sold me the boat. How'd you end up here? I never told you this, but I'm a talented weaponsmith. After we parted ways, I decided to come back here and work for the army making weapons. I'm from here, you see. You're a weaponsmith. I wonder. What's on your mind? Can you make explosives? I can. Unfortunately, I need a certain material to make them, and I don't have any on hand. That material, it wouldn't happen to be niter powder, would it? It is. How did you know? I was sent here to clear the pass between Amethyne and the Five Islands. In order to do that, I need explosives created from niter powder. Is that so? Well, I'd be glad to help you, but I don't have any niter powder, and the only place you can find it is at the top of Mount Fulmen. Sorry, I can't help you. You mean this niter powder? You already have the powder. Fancy that. Well, if you'll give me this, I can make you some explosives. Considering what you must have gone through to get this, it'll be free this time. Sounds good. Here you go. These will take a while to make, so I'll book you a night at the inn. Talk to me again in the morning. Thanks. Appreciate it. You're up late? Can't sleep? No, my thoughts are keeping me up. Oh? What's on your mind? Rain, do you ever think about what the future holds? What do you mean? I mean, what happens when all this is over? If we see this through to the end, what then? I'm not sure. I always thought I'd return home to live with my family. Do you really think you'll be able to? After everything we've done? I don't know if I could ever go back to life before the guild. There's just too much blood on my hands. Maybe you're right. I still see the faces of the people I've killed at night. I think the only reason I'm still sane is because I've always been focused on the next objective. I know the feeling, like you can't stop and rest or the nightmares will catch up to you. As long as you got something pulling you forward, you're okay. Exactly. Right now I'm pulled by the need to find my family. Until then, I guess the nightmares will have to wait. Are we okay? This isn't normal. We shouldn't be feeling like this. Shouldn't we? I'd say it's perfectly normal to be traumatized by a life like this. We're normal people in an abnormal situation. No, I mean, why do I only feel this way now? Why do I regret the people I've killed only later? When I'm in the fight, it feels natural. Well, shouldn't it feel wrong? You mean, should it feel wrong to kill in the moment? Maybe. But if you hesitated at the wrong moment, it could be you dying instead. Those aren't your words. What? That's Shadow talking. You never would have said that before joining the guild. You're right. Maybe we're not normal after all. It should feel wrong to kill, but we don't have that luxury. We have to keep fighting so others don't have to. But I will say this, I'm glad you feel this way now. If you didn't feel at least a little bit of remorse, I'd be more worried about who I'm traveling with. I just wish I could stop seeing their faces. Don't. That's what makes you human. Your compassion is incredible, Marissa. Some of the people you've killed are horrible people, yet you still grieve for them. I admire that about you. It's rare to find someone with a heart like yours. Rain. Marissa. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have... I should go. Marissa. Rain. I'm scared. Of what? Losing you. Marissa. Every time I close my eyes, I see the faces of the dead. I don't think I could bear to see your face among them. You won't have to. I'm not going anywhere, Marissa. I promise. How do you know that? Because I know that whatever we face, we'll face it together. I'm not leaving your side. Thanks, Rain. You're not alone, Marissa. What do you mean? I know what you're going through. I feel it too. Sometimes I'm repulsed by who I've become. We've killed people. We've done things that cannot be undone. Maybe we truly didn't have a choice, but that doesn't cleanse the blood from our hands. But do I have any right to grieve for people that I killed? They died because of me. What right do I have to grieve for them? It's okay to grieve. And I'll grieve with you if that's what you need. So please don't feel as though you have to face this by yourself. You're not alone. I'm right here with you. Thank you, Rain. I needed to hear that. You are never alone. They're finished. I've already tested them and they work just fine. 5 bombs. Thank you. These will be useful. If you ever need bombs again, just bring me some more niter powder. I'd be happy to make them for a price. Perfect. Thank you very much. Okay. Well, that was a little intense. Yeah, let's carry on. Okay, let's go clear the mountain pass and then we'll turn this into, well, I guess, yeah, well, let's just clear the mountain pass first. Excellent work, Fang. Samson will be pleased. We should return to him. He may wish to reward you for your services. Sounds good. Let's move. I shouldn't go through here yet. I should get my mission first. Yeah. Alright. Now, since Sebastian finished helping us on the mountains, we are going to lose him right away. So, I am going to... I'm going to leave him with all his stuff. I just want that lightning badge. I don't want to lose that. He can keep his iron axe and his armor and all that stuff. I don't really care. I could unequip everything and sell it, but money's not really going to be too much of an issue for much longer, so we should be fine. There's going to come a point where we're going to need to grind out a little bit of money, but it's not anytime soon. I think we'll have more than enough to get us through the next mission or two. You've returned. How fares the state of the mountain pass? The pass has been cleared. Travel can resume as normal. I'm impressed. You are more capable than I should have... That should say eye. He has one eye. Very noticeably, he has one eye. I'm impressed. You are more capable than my eye would have me believe. My lord, if the pass is open, we should expect General Gareth's assault on our lands to continue. You're right. Send troops to defend the pass at once. Yes, my lord. It was a pleasure fighting with you, Sebastian. You as well, Thane. I look forward to the day where I fight by your side again. As do I. Farewell. And Sebastian has left the party. Now then, you have done me a great service. I would see that you are amply rewarded for it. That really isn't necessary, my lord. I disagree. What boon would you ask of me? If it is within my power, I shall grant it. Nothing comes to mind. May I make a suggestion? Marissa, what are your thoughts? We were only able to come to Amethyne because Sebastian offered to take us here. But without our own means of transportation, it will be difficult to find our way back. The ship that brought us here, would you grant it to us, and the crew that sails upon her? Ships are expensive, and good crews are difficult to find. That is quite the request. However, if it were not for you, we would still be in a desperate situation. Very well. I will grant this request. You may keep the ship and crew that brought you to my land. You're most generous, my lord. I pay my debts. Now go. May you find great prosperity wherever your travels take you. Alright. So, now we have access to the ship. We don't really have a way of taking it anywhere yet, but we can take it at least to the places we've already visited, and we are done with Amethyne, at least for now. We will be back. So let's head back to Sienna. We'll turn in this mission. I think that's the only one we have, yeah? No other side missions? No. So we'll turn this mission into the Guildmaster, go through a couple cutscenes. There is an optional kind of sort of hidden cutscene that I'll showcase coming up here. And then, yeah, we'll do a little bit more. I'm not going to go too much longer, though. Maybe... I don't know. We may actually make this a shorter episode. I think I'd like to dedicate a full episode to the next section, so we'll do the next cutscene here, turn in the mission, and then we'll probably just leave it at that. Alright. I don't think there's any other optional stuff. No other side missions. Okay. And I've returned. And your mission? Successful. Once again, you failed to disappoint. I'm starting to rely on you, Fang. Here is your payment. 3,000 gold. Nice, that should get us quite a ways. So now we have Amethyne in our debt. Thanks to you, the seeds of trust have been planted. When the time is right, I will take care of the rest. For now, I have a special mission for you. With the opening of 5 islands, we have access to someone of substantial influence. As you can probably guess, this person is your target. What is the mission? Do you remember General Gareth? Of course. Gareth is one of Kane's most loyal generals. Correct. Gareth is the ruler of the 5 islands. He commands 1/3 of Kane's army. He was also the one assigned to the task of raiding Sienna. Gareth imprisoned your family. That was General Gareth? Indeed. This mission will be very difficult, but I'll grant it to you for your more personal reasons. Infiltrate Gareth's castle in the 5 islands. Eliminate Gareth. Yes, sir. I'm honored that you chose me to be the one to spill his blood. Hold. You are, in your current state, far too weak to hold your own against the General of the Empire. That is why I'll be sending Shadow with you. Why Shadow? He can't be much stronger than me. I'm sending Shadow with you because of his skill with lethal poisons. You will not face Gareth, but you will kill him. Poison! Sir, I've waited far too long for this. My blade stands ready. Just give the word and his head is mine. No! You are not strong enough. If you face him at full strength, you will certainly die. I cannot have that. We have few enough assassins as it is. Oh, as you command. Sir, if I may ask, why kill Gareth? Such a high-profile kill would only bring unwanted attention down on us. How does this factor into your plan? Think for a moment. If we were to simply eliminate Kane, what would happen? Well, since Kane has no children, whoever he has selected as an heir would take the throne. Assuming that Kane has chosen a successor. He hasn't? I thought that would be the first thing he'd do once he took power. Kane is arrogant. When he took the throne, he had little opposition. He doesn't believe that his position is threatened, so he has yet to establish a line of succession. If Kane were to die with no clear successor, then all 3 generals under his command would all attempt to claim succession for themselves. It would be disastrous. I suppose you're right. All 3 of them are highly ambitious. If we turn them against each other, it would be a massacre. Precisely. Until the generals have been eliminated and a proper line of succession has been established, Cain must live. We'd best get going. I've got a general to kill. Indeed. Return when Gareth lies dead. Yes, master. Your will, my blade. And that summarizes the current disposition of my legions. What of Amethyne? How has the conflict between your lands progressed? Samson has been tenacious, and he has the high ground. He managed to reopen the passes, but he can't keep us out forever. We're holding him in place for now. Excellent work, Gareth. Keep him busy if you can. I don't want any interruptions. Understood. I trust your prisoner has proven useful. Not as much as I'd like. There's been resistance. The short-sighted fools. If they only had your vision. This could change everything, unify us all, and yet they resist. Be fair, Gareth. Many of those short-sighted fools do not have our perspective. How many of us can say we've held thousands of lives in our hands? True. Well, it won't matter soon one way or the other. How much longer? Sorry, one moment here. Sorry about that. There was just somebody outside my door. Alright, back to it. How much longer? There's no way to tell. You have my support, you know. If you need additional resources, you have but to ask. I'll consider it. Thank you, Gareth. You've been more than just a subordinate. Your loyalty will not be forgotten, nor will your friendship. Your Majesty, we all need those we can trust. We can do away with the formalities, Gareth. We've known each other long enough. Yes, Cain. That's better. Keep me informed on Samson's movement. I'll be preoccupied at the capital for quite some time, I think, but I'd like weekly reports sent in. As you command. Long live the crown. Okay, we have... So there's an optional cutscene that we can take place right now, and only during this mission. After this mission, this cutscene is not available, and it can only be triggered at night. So we're gonna sleep. And we are going to make our way outside the sanctuary. And we're going to head to Rain's house, which we haven't, I think, been to since since the Empire came. What are we doing here? We've got some time before we need to leave, and Gray is still resting at the sanctuary. I wanted to show you where I used to live. So this was your home? It's nice. Yeah, this is where I grew up. My dad built this place before he passed away. Oh, I'm sorry. Must be hard losing a parent like that. It's alright. I was so young that I hardly remember anything about him. All I really know is stories that Matthew has told me. Your brother must really care about you. Of course. He practically raised me. What about you? Do you have any family? I don't remember. I'm from the town of Tapale, but I don't really know who my parents were. A lot of the assassins are like that. I guess it would be hard to explain their path in life to those who still have a family. I grew up in the home of a merchant. The couple there raised me like their daughter, but... What happened? I was 14. I was tending the shop by myself. A man came in who wanted more than what was for sale. Marissa. I stopped him. I didn't own anything but myself, and I wasn't about to let him take that too. So I grabbed a knife and fought him off. He left a trail of blood as he dragged himself out of that store. When the merchant family returned, I couldn't hide what I'd done, and they couldn't stand to look at me. They went to get the guards. Even though I was just defending myself, there was no proof, and the man I stabbed survived his injuries. He was denying everything. So you fled? Yes. When they left to get the guards, I grabbed a pack, filled it with dried food, took the knife, and hit the road. I almost made it to Amethyne, but I got ambushed by a pack of monsters. I couldn't fight them all off, but I was saved by one of the assassins out on a mission. He was impressed with my knife work and offered to take me back here. I owed him for helping me out, so I agreed. And 6 years later, here I am. God, I had no idea. I was a loner for a while. I focused on my training and on my missions. I avoided making friends because I didn't want to be betrayed by those I cared about again. And then I met you. You were so different from the others. You wanted nothing more than to save your family. You're so innocent, and I thought it was sweet. And you're so much more than that. You've become someone incredible, Rain. You've become a leader, and you inspire everyone around you. I don't think you realize that. You said it yourself. I want nothing more than to save and protect my family. That's what drives me forward. As long as they live, I will never stop fighting for what I believe. And that's what I admire so much about you so much. You're so different than anyone I've ever met before. Rain, I don't think I can really say how much you mean to me. You've shown me that light can still shine even in the deepest darkness. I think that's why I love you. Before you came along, my life was nothing but blood and shadows. You brought warmth and friendship to that life. Marissa, you are without a doubt the most incredible woman I've ever met. Your strength amazes me, and you carry it with such grace. You've overcome things that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemies, and yet you've still blossomed beautifully out of all of that. You're a rose among thorns, and I love you for it. I'll do whatever it takes to help you bloom. Rain. Whatever happens, we're in this together, now and always. Okay, and with that, I think we're gonna call it there. Yeah, I think we're gonna save the next mission, infiltrating Gareth's palace and all that, for the next episode. There are actually two relatively short dungeons that we need to go through first before we get to Gareth's castle. So I think that we're going to do all of that in one episode. We'll do the two dungeons, we'll do Gareth's castle, yeah, and we'll just wrap up everything all in one episode. So I think we're gonna call it here. I'm just gonna get to the dock, and then we will save and quit. But this has been episode 3 of Bloodstained Hands. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.